Okay, last time we peeked at the Roland GS24 vinyl cutter, but we didn't actually use it, so let's use it right now. It's going to be off most times you step up to it, so turn it on by pushing that pearlescent power button. When you turn it on, the first thing you should see after the boot up screen is Select Sheet Roll. Look at the asterisk next to the word roll. That asterisk is the vinyl cutter's way of telling you that this was the last selected item. So how do we load a roll? Well, look over here in the back left at the loading lever. Pull the lever towards you to pinch the rollers down onto your material. Push it away from you to release your material. What are the pinch rollers? They are these little doodads down here, and there are two of them, and you can slide them back and forth along this rail with your fingers. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide the left pinch roller all the way to the leftmost part of the rail, and then we're going to slide the right pinch roller until it is 2 inches away. And to determine that the rollers are 2 inches apart, I'm going to take a piece of vinyl that is cut to roughly 2 inches by 2 inches square, and I'm going to use it as an alignment tool. And here, the precision that I'm keeping an eye on is that I'm aligning the leftmost edge of my vinyl with the leftmost edge of the left pinch roller, and the rightmost edge of my vinyl with the rightmost edge of my right pinch roller, so that the rollers have the best chance possible of pinching down on maximum material. And keep in mind that it's not just the pinch, it's the pinch down on the gritty roller below. Look at these white lines above the pinch rollers. You see how they correlate to gritty regions of the steel-colored roller below. You've got to have your pinch rollers aligned somewhere above this gritty region if you're going to get enough friction to drive your vinyl back and forth. Great, so now I'm going to pull the loading lever forward, which is going to pinch the pinch rollers down onto my vinyl on top of those grit regions, securing my material in place. And if your material still feels wiggly, just make sure that you slid it far enough into the machine that you're actually under the pinch wheels. With your material loaded, come on back to the user interface and look at that little icon that says you've got to hit the enter button to be okay proceeding with the roll of material that you've loaded into the machine. The enter button is right here, so go ahead and push it and keep your hands clear as that blade carriage trucks across the rail over to the leftmost pinch roller. Back at the user interface, look at these familiar W and L values, width and length. Width being the x-axis across the rail, length being the y-axis into the machine and out of the machine. Notice how if I push and hold my directional arrows left and right, I can drive the width value down to 0 and back up to 1.1 inches. But what exactly am I doing here? And where did the 0.0 inches come from? And where did the 1.1 inches come from? Why, when I keep holding the arrow button down, does the machine go no further than 1.1 inches? What is limiting it? Why, in the other direction, can't I go lower than 0.0 inches down into the negative numbers? What's the hard stop? And if I crouch down and look under the blade carriage, I can see that when I'm at a W value, a width of 1.1 inches, the blade is lined up with the inside edge of the leftmost pinch wheel. And if I push and hold the right arrow to drive my W value, my width value, down to 0, the blade trucks over to the inside edge of the rightmost pinch wheel. It's the pinch wheels themselves that are defining the outer limit of this range of motions. This range was set the moment I stopped sliding those wheels around with my fingers on the rail. And next up is going to be L, the length.